Hey there, fellow traveler. Welcome aboard TravelVibes, the place where smart cruising meets real talk. If you've been dreaming of ocean views, towel animals, and all-you-can-eat buffets, you're not alone. Whether you're a first-timer scrolling for cruise hacks at 2 a.m., a young wanderer plotting your gap-year adventure, or a budget-savvy explorer who wants luxury without landlocked prices, this video is for you. Because here's the thing, nobody tells you until it's too late. Not all cruise food is created equal, and some of it, let's just say, it's better admired than digested. I've cruised through calm waters and food poisoning alike, and today I'm dishing out the 8 foods you should never, ever eat on your cruise ship, and exactly why. You'll thank me later. So buckle up, grab a notepad, or at least a snack that won't betray you, and if you love cruise tips with a splash of humor, hit that subscribe button and sail with us every week. Number 1, that ketchup pump might just be a germ jacuzzi. Alright, let's talk about the condiment station, the unsung hero of every burger and hot dog. Or, is it the villain in disguise? Picture this, you're finally in line at the poolside grill, and there it is, the glorious ketchup pump, glistening in the sunlight like it's calling your name. You reach for it, dreaming of that perfect fry dip. But wait. Before you press that plunger, take a second to imagine how many hands have touched it today. And no, not just clean hands. We're talking sunscreen-covered fingers, sticky toddler hands, and yes, folks who skip the wash your hands sign entirely. Yikes. And here's the kicker. Most of these pump stations sit outside under the blazing sun, unrefrigerated for hours. That creamy mayo, practically a bacteria spa. That mustard, more like microbial mustard. The worst offender? Ranch dressing bubbling like it's fermenting into wine. If you're a traveler who loves the idea of stress-free, healthy cruising, this is one mistake you can easily avoid. Go for sealed packets when possible, or skip the condiments and let the toppings do the talking. Your stomach and your fellow cruisers sharing the elevator the next day will thank you. Number 2, that ice cube might just ruin your entire trip. Now let's talk about water. Yes, water. The one thing you think should be safe anywhere, right? Wrong. If you're a cruise-loving adventurer from the US planning to explore new shores, this tip could save your vacation and your dignity. Hydration is crucial when you're cruising through sunny skies and humid ports. But not all H2O is created equal. While the filtered tap water on board is generally safe for brushing your teeth or sipping at dinner, once you step off that ship, it's a watery, wild west. In places like Mexico, the Dominican Republic, or parts of Southeast Asia, the tap water may be fine for locals, but your stomach doesn't have the same passport. One innocent sip, one tempting ice cube in your beachside pina colada, or even a salad rinsed in local water. And boom, your afternoon turns into a sprint between your cabin and the restroom. If you're a health-conscious traveler who loves staying active on shore excursions, or just someone who'd rather relax on deck than hug a toilet bowl, stick to sealed bottled water when off the ship. Even better, bring your own refillable bottle and fill it with ship-filtered water before leaving. Trust me, it's a small step that can make a big difference. Number 3. Why those buffet eggs might be lying to you. You wake up to the sound of waves, slide into your sandals, and head straight to the breakfast buffet. Still half asleep, but fully committed to coffee and eggs. You grab a plate, and there they are. A giant tray of golden scrambled eggs, steaming under a heat lamp like a beacon of breakfast joy. But before you heap on a scoop, here's the insider scoop. Those eggs? They might not be eggs at all, or at least, not the kind your grandma used to crack on Sunday morning. Many cruise buffets use powdered or liquid egg substitutes, whipped up in industrial batches, then parked under heat lamps for hours. The result? A texture somewhere between soggy sponge and rubber glove. Yum. If you're a traveler who values fresh, quality food, or someone who just doesn't want to start their day with mystery mush, skip the buffet tray. Instead, make a beeline to the made-to-order omelet station. Most cruise lines have them tucked off to the side, and the wait is totally worth it. You can customize your omelet with cheese, mushrooms, spinach, and sometimes even smoked salmon. It's hot, it's fresh, and best of all, it actually tastes like food. Number 4, the soft serve secret nobody wants to tell you. Ah yes, soft serve by the pool, an iconic cruise ritual. It's cold, creamy, and best of all, free. You see that swirl of vanilla or chocolate, and suddenly you're 8 years old again, racing toward dessert like it's the highlight of your vacation. But hold that cone, and take a closer look at that lever. How many hands have touched it today? I'll give you a hint, more than you want to think about. Kids who just finished building sandcastles, grown-ups who forgot what hand sanitizer is, and our personal favorite, the "let me just try a little" crowd, who come back for seconds with the same fingers they licked the first time. Even though cruise staff do a great job cleaning, those soft-serve machines are high-traffic hotspots. During peak snack hours, that handle gets more action than a slot machine in Vegas. And let's not even start on the airborne sneezes flying around the area. If you're a hygiene-conscious traveler, or just someone who prefers their dessert without a side of stranger germs, here's the trick. Use a napkin to pull the lever. Or better yet, skip the cone and grab a bowl. It's easier to carry, less messy in the wind, and you avoid direct contact. Same sweet treat, way less risk. Number 5, the bread basket trap that sabotages your main course. Let's paint the scene. You've dressed up for dinner, the lights are dim, the table's set, and here it comes. The golden, glorious bread basket. Warm, fluffy rolls straight from the oven. You grab one, then another. Then, oops, was that your third? Here's the problem. Cruise dining is not a sprint, it's a 5-course marathon. And loading up on bread before the appetizer even arrives? Classic rookie move. Sure, it tastes amazing. But those innocent carbs expand like life rafts in your belly. And by the time the waiter sets down your filet mignon or buttered lobster tail, you're already waving the white napkin of surrender. This mistake is especially common among first-time cruisers and hungry young travelers from the US who are used to fast-paced meals back home. But cruising isn't fast food. It's slow, indulgent, and worth the wait. So here's the pro tip. Go easy on the bread. One roll is more than enough to keep you busy while you wait for the real culinary experience. And besides, wouldn't you rather save room for dessert that's not just flour with flair? Number 6, raw seafood on a ship? Think twice before you slurp that oyster. Let's talk to the foodies in the room. Yes, you with the adventurous palate and the travel-size bottle of soy sauce. We know sushi nights, oysters on the half shell, and tuna tartare sound like the perfect upscale cruise treat. But here's the truth, from someone who's seen what goes on behind those buffet curtains. Raw seafood on a moving vessel is playing a dangerous game of roulette with your stomach. Even on top-tier ships with great refrigeration, the ocean is unpredictable. The ship rocks, storage temperatures fluctuate, and if one crew member drops the ball on timing or hygiene, that elegant bite of sashimi might become your ticket to quarantine quarters. We've seen it happen. Travelers from all over the US, excited for their dream cruise, suddenly stuck in their cabin with an upset stomach, missing the pool parties and port excursions, all because of one ill-fated oyster. If you're someone who values experiences over regrets, here's a better choice. Save the raw delicacies for the ship's specialty dining venues. These restaurants are stricter about food safety, and your meal is prepared to order, not scooped from a tray that's been sitting under ambient lighting. Cruise smart, eat smarter, and leave the high-risk seafood to the folks who enjoy playing stomach roulette. Number 7, the what is that? Meat surprise. You should probably skip. You know the dish I'm talking about, the one lurking on every cruise buffet. A mysterious pile of meat chunks swimming in a thick sauce that smells like something? Could be pork, might be beef, possibly tofu in disguise. No label, no clue, just vibes, and not the good kind. Let me give a little warning to all you curious cruisers, especially those from the US who love sampling a little of everything. This isn't your hometown potluck. Mystery meat at sea is a buffet gamble that too often ends in regret. One wrong scoop, and you're not tasting adventure. You're booking an express trip to the onboard clinic. Sometimes it's overcooked leftovers dressed up in sauce from last night's dinner. Other times it's low-grade cuts smothered in seasoning just to pass inspection. For folks with allergies, dietary restrictions, or just a sensitive stomach, this is a risky roulette wheel you don't want to spin. So here's the golden rule of buffet survival. If you can't name it, don't eat it. Ask the staff if you're truly curious, or better yet, stick to labeled dishes with visible ingredients. There's no shortage of great food on board. You don't need to play guess that protein to fill your plate. Number 8, that creamy salad might be plotting against you. There it is, the chilled section of the buffet, glowing like a beacon of healthy options. Creamy coleslaw, tangy pasta salad, something mysteriously labeled seafood delight that's more mayo than mystery. It looks refreshing, especially under the Caribbean sun. But let's break the illusion. These mayo-based dishes are like ticking time bombs in disguise, especially in warm, humid weather. Even with the ship's best refrigeration systems, one hiccup, a slightly warm tray, a slow line, or a lunchtime rush where lids are left off too long, and boom, you've got yourself a bacterial breeding ground. This tip is especially important for American travelers cruising in tropical zones. We're used to food safety regulations at home. But on a ship bouncing between time zones and temperatures, it doesn't take much for creamy salads to turn from cool to cruel. If you're the kind of traveler who values energy, wants to feel great for shore excursions, or simply prefers spending the afternoon by the pool instead of curled up with an upset stomach, here's your safer bet. Go for fresh greens, olive oil dressings, or sliced fruits. They're lighter, safer, and won't leave you regretting that just one more scoop of shrimp mayo surprise. Now listen, I'm not here to scare you away from cruise dining. In fact, most cruise kitchens run like well-oiled machines, with chefs who take food safety seriously and create incredible meals day after day. But when you're floating in the middle of the ocean, a little food awareness goes a long way. By skipping just a few risky bites, you're not being picky. You're being smart. You're giving yourself the gift of energy, comfort, and peace of mind. And trust me, it's a lot easier to enjoy a sunset from the top deck than from a cabin bathroom. So whether you're a first-time cruiser mapping out your dream trip, a budget traveler squeezing every drop of value from your buffet pass, or a seasoned sea veteran who just loves a well-planned vacation, making better food choices on board is one of the best travel hacks out there. Now it's your turn. Have you ever had a cruise food mishap you'll never forget? Or maybe you found a surprisingly amazing meal in an unexpected corner of the ship? Drop your story in the comments. Someone else might just avoid a buffet disaster thanks to your advice. And if this video gave you a few aha moments, don't forget to like, subscribe to TravelVibes, and tap that bell so you never miss a cruise tip that could save your trip. Until next time, bon voyage. And remember, eat smart, stay well, and cruise like a pro. See you on deck.